Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thank you for joining us on the day as we tape today. It's a beautiful day here in Lancaster, so we're glad you're with us. Start out with really as the season change, sort of what really sets up summer for most people is Memorial Day. Once Memorial Day hits, whether it's officially summer or not, that becomes summer. So Memorial Day is coming this week, and it's a big celebration here for lots of reasons, but one of the main reasons is it's Memorial Day, and that's a day, really a uniquely American holiday set aside to honor military people who have been killed in active service. And as I was a kid, I remember it being Decoration Day, and you always were able to, I think the women's auxiliaries and say the Legion or the VFW, they all ran around and sold poppies. I can remember always having poppies and my parents buying them, and it was pretty neat. So Memorial Day is this coming Monday. We always have a nice military sense of what's going on here in the community, and the young lady that's responsible for that is Mary Austin. Mary, how are you?
I'm great.
Thanks for
Beautiful
joining us.
day.
We hope it's this nice this coming Monday for you.
Yes.
Hope it's beautiful. I know you're somebody who likes to control everything. That's
Yes.
what you do. You like to be in control. But you can't control the weather. That probably bothers you a lot.
It bothers me a great deal because we've had rain, we've had cold, we've had heat, you name it.
Same with Veterans Day at the end of the year. You just anything can happen. But anyway, Monday's Memorial Day. It's a great day. Mary's a veteran. Thank her for her service.
Thank you.
So it's always a big day. You got everything lined up, ready to go?
Lined up and ready to go. My son's also a veteran.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice,
Now
very
he's
good.
in Germany.
Well,
He just
someplace
went to
I've been,
Germany.
so tell everybody hi over there for me.
I will.
I was there. So we've got the lineup here. It's the 153rd anniversary.
I know. hard to
General
believe.
Logan's order. It looks like a nice lineup. A lot of good people involved in this. We try to get veterans that handle most of this. The whereases and everything in here, and Tony Salvatore, who was late of Maywood Mission, will be doing our invocation of Vietnam veteran. The mayor, Dave Scheffler, always there, and he's a veteran.
He's a veteran.
So it's nice of all those folks to take time off from what is a day off for many of them and come down and do this. But it's really a nice service.
And it only takes an hour out of everyone's time with everything, the parade and the ceremony down at the cemetery.
Usually once it starts, we'll mention it. It's this coming Monday, and it's 11 o'clock at Forest Rose Cemetery. And it's as you pull in Forest Rose, you'll see a cement pad there on your left under a building that has been built that houses that, and that's where everybody will be seated, so we're looking forward to that. But it's going to be a good service. The band is going to be with us.
Yes,
Always fun to have the Band of Gold.
The Band of Gold is going to be with us. We're also going to have a parade, and it starts on the corner, as always, of Columbus and Marbury.
Is that Dr. Tenz's office right there, focal point?
If you want to be in the parade, you have to be there at 10 on the corner of Columbus and Marbury. The
Don't be trying to slide in on the way. Don't be doing that.
The parade starts at 10:30, and we just go straight down to Forest Rose. Anybody that's a veteran can be in the parade.
Sure.
Or if you have a nice old car and you're a veteran.
Even better.
Yeah, even better. I'm trying to get my doctor to put his car in there. He is a Navy, Army, and Air Force veteran.
Wow.
So I'm trying to get him to put his car in there. He has an old car.
And again, it's not too long a parade. You hope for not a real hot day, because it can be difficult on some of the older veterans. Even if they ride, it can be a long day.
Yes, it could be a long day. And we always have room if you're a veteran and want to be in a parade. We're more than happy to have you. Or if you're a business and you want to honor a veteran, you could put anything you want in there. As long as it's a veteran.
And I think you just said that, but they have to be there ready to step off at 10:30?
Yes.
Okay.
The parade leaves at 10:30. You have to be there at 10 so we could kind of maneuver around, because that area down there is very hard to maneuver all
it's
the
not a
floats
great
around.
open area right
no,
there.
not like the fairgrounds.
Right. So everybody gets there at 10:30, or gets there at, say, 10. Steps off at 10:30, and everything gets underway at Forest River Cemetery at 11.
Yes.
And again, it's a fairly brief service. I think they like to keep it maybe 40 minutes is kind of the max. If we can get everybody there, 35 minutes if it goes well, but it's not a long service.
Yes.
And it's always so well attended to. I'm always amazed. You hope for good weather because that helps. But I like to see young people there. It's always nice to see kids there and let their parents, let them know what Memorial Day means.
Yes. And, we always try to get every deceased veteran. It is hard. You can contact me if your loved one does not belong to one of the service organizations.
And that happens.
Mention, it happens.
Sure.
Quite a bit. And they're very upset when we don't mention their loved one's name.
We all get that.
Yes. But we're more than happy to mention them, like Dr. Paul Morris just died, and he was he was a veteran. My father-in-law just passed away. He was a veteran. He didn't belong to any service organization at all. And Terry Morris.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
We're gonna honor Terry.
Burial squad people.
Yes, we're gonna honor Terry Morris for his dedication to the fire department and to the combined burial squad that he has done over the years, and also Dr. Morris. Every year we pick 2 veterans, and those are the 2 that we picked this year.
And we mention that because really the money ball, the moment of the entire service that we like to do. And there's a lot of great things. We'll talk about some of the external things that go on, but representatives from all these service organizations, and there's quite a few when you look around. There's probably 8 or 10 of them. I don't know how many we've gotten. But a representative gets up and they list the names of the veterans who've passed in the past 12 months. And it makes you think.
It does. And you'd be amazed of the amount.
Yes.
I've seen Post 11 have over 100 names.
That's the big one. Usually they have far and away the most names. And some names you hear several times because lots of veterans. I know you're in several veterans organizations. So you hear names. Maybe you'll only hear one name. Maybe we'll have to read names that, like you say, weren't in anything because they weren't in it. Or some will be in several organizations.
Yes, several times.
Yeah.
Like I belong to all of them, so my name will be mentioned 8 times.
Well, don't go. We're in no hurry. Don't go. We got to have you run the parade. We've also, as we mentioned, we've got the Band of Gold. They're always nice. I mean, they always have such a great following, and they always do a great job to have them there. And then the taps is played, and that's always moving.
Yes, it is, and they do a wonderful job. And when budget cuts and they were not doing so many parades, we were honored that the Band of Gold, ours was the only one they did, because the kids just love coming to Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
We enjoy having them. There's no doubt about that.
I think Veterans Day is because they get out of school.
There's always a plus.
Yes.
There's always a plus. Well, by then, most of them were out of school, probably, anyway.
Not for Veterans Day.
Not for Veterans Day, no. And then a couple of dignitaries we always have there, as we mentioned earlier, Dave Scheffler, who is a veteran himself, will be there. And our state senator, Tim Schaefer, will be there. So it's, again, nice of those guys who have the day off, who don't have to come in, but do. And every year you can count on them to be there.
Oh, yes. Rain or shine, they come.
Yeah, they're good.
Very honored.
And somebody else that I always enjoy having there, her married name now, Shannon Fish. I think it was Graff. I think she was Shannon Graff for years and years. But she always gets up and, by memory, always reads the Gettysburg Address. And she did it as a young person. When she started out, she's probably done this, I don't know how long, 20 years.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
A long time.
But everybody looks forward to that because it's always very meaningful. And now her daughter has started to do a little bit of the reading. She doesn't do the whole thing, but she kind of helps her mom out, so that's a pretty cool thing to have there.
She's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she just started bringing her, and it was
Shannon's
really
a
nice
teacher out at Lancaster High School, so she comes in on her day off and helps out too. But then, again, really the reason everybody is down there is to hear the names and honor the veterans for Memorial Day that, again, was started so many years ago that kind of evolved from Decoration Day into Memorial Day. You probably remember that. Poppies and everything
poppies
it was a different time.
Oh, yeah. Post 11 decorates Forest Rose, and it's got 3,200 veterans in there. So
in
it
Forest
takes
Rose?
quite a while, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Thank
nice.
God that St. Mary's has been helping us, and they bring the kids down and doing the hills and everything.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yes.
It's always nice to see all the flags up. I mean, that's a meaningful moment in the whole parade.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And when we miss anybody, you can always go down to the Veteran Service Office. They'll be happy to give you a flag if you miss somebody.
Yep. Do a good job. And then the Veterans Burial Squad, I know that's someplace very close to your heart, but these are men and women who do such a great job. And like you say, some of them have passed over the years. You kind of starting to lose a few of them because they've been around a while. They're all veterans, in some cases a little older veterans. But they always do such a great job, and it's nice to have them there and to mention them and honor them.
Yes.
I know you've done that over the years.
Yes, I've been a member, actually, of the Burial Squad as long as I've been a parade chairman for over 20 years. So, and people are always amazed on how many funerals we do. Like, I only do the weekend, and one year I did 96, and I only do Saturdays. So it's amazing. These young, they're not young, but I like to call them young. I'm one of the babies, young men and women that dedicate their time.
Yeah, and sometimes they do 2, maybe 3 burials a day.
Yeah,
and
we've done 4 one day.
That's a long day to go all around the city and the county and do that.
Burial squads are getting less and less, so we've actually gone to Columbus and done a couple.
Harder to get people up there.
Yes.
Well, we're very fortunate to have a very active, and I mean men and women who are willing to take the time to do this. We're very fortunate because, like you say, it's not that case anymore everywhere.
No. And we're losing more and more.
Yep. So it's again. It starts at what'd you say? They have to be there at 10.
Yes.
Be there at 10
at the corner of Columbus and Mulberry. No, you don't need to register. You just have to be a veteran and show up with whatever, a bicycle, a car, whatever you want to, decorate and put in there. The only stipulation is to be a veteran. And then we start the parade at 10:30. We go down Columbus to the cemetery, and then we have the ceremony there, and then we have a short one at Cannon Park afterwards. If you want any information, call me. My number is 740-407-7292. Also, any service organization or funeral home knows my number, and they know to give it out.
And we're going to wrap it up here, but before we go, just a real brief mention. I wanted to mention Fondo Findlay and Harry Rollins, who were instrumental in keeping this thing going for many years, the leaner years sometimes, but those guys were forces, and they drove it. I know Fondo had your job, and then Harry did my job for several years down there, but great guys to keep it going.
Okay, great shoes to fill and follow in.
So it's this Monday, Decoration Day, Memorial Day, 11 o'clock, parade at 10:30. Get there at 11 o'clock at the Forest Rose Cemetery. You'll see a crowd, be a nice group there. So bring a lawn chair, have a seat. We hope for good weather. Hope for a good turnout, Mary. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Sure. Mary Austin on, and she runs the Memorial Day Parade here, and it's always very cool to have her here. So thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Fairfield Today.
The Lancaster Festival returns for its 38th season, July 21st through the 30th. This year, we proudly present Rick Springfield on July 23rd and Lady A on July 30th. Reserved seating and general admission tickets are available at lancasterfestival.org, by phone at 740-687-4808, or at the box office located at 117 West Wheeling Street in Lancaster. For the full lineup, visit lancasterfestival.org.
Dagger Law has been part of the Lancaster community for more than 110 years. This is where we live and work. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and all around town. We consider our clients as friends, and we walk alongside you through challenging times. Whether you're a growing business, a changing family, facing litigation, planning your future, or dealing with land issues, we're right here. We are local. We are trusted. We are experienced. Dagger Law.
Fairfield Medical goes the extra mile to give attention to their patients, to their guests, anybody that comes within those doors.
There's no question that the staff there are all personally invested in seeing that I got the best care possible.
The staff was so comforting. I felt like she was in the best hands.
They basically gave me a second chance at life, and I'm going to make the most of it.
When we came here, when Dad was sick, you walked in the doors and you knew you made the right decision.
Yeah.
They treated Dad like he was so special.
Like he was the only one here.
And they not only treated our dad, but they treated our family.
Yeah.
We had cots, we had soup, we had food. I mean, they treated us like part of the family.
Yeah.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. I want to thank Mary Austin for being here, and looking forward to that Memorial Day service coming up here next week. Actually, a couple weeks beyond that, or a week or so beyond that, is an event that it really engages the community in Lancaster and Fairfield County. I'm talking about the Old Car Club and their Old Car Club show that was always a staple down at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. And we say always because for the last couple of years, things happen with almost every event in this area, but they didn't have it one year. They had it last year, so they're back this year for their 59th year. The annual Old Car Club show down at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds coming up June 4th and 5th, Saturday and Sunday. It's just legendary, the things that go on here. It's always so much fun. Nice to have a couple of guests on to talk about it. On my far right is Bryan Courtright. Bryan is the president of the club this year. Bryan, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
Sure.
I'm very excited.
Oh, it is exciting. We're glad to have you here. And one of our frequent guests, haven't had her on for a while, but Fran Tharp from Visit Fairfield County. And this is one of the, and you have a million events you talk about. I know that. I've never heard so many things going on in an area that go on in Lancaster, Fairfield County. I guess everything is back running 100%.
Pretty much so.
So we're back with the Old Car Club show, and that's really a good one.
It is. We're really excited to have it.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of people from around the state, and
Yeah.
it's exciting. It's fun.
Oh, it's a great deal. So it's June 4th and 5th coming up here shortly. Saturday and a Sunday. Saturday, kind of things get underway early, 8 o'clock.
Yes, we start bringing cars in at 8 a.m. and
Okay.
we run till 4:30 p.m. Car registration is $10 the day of the show, and then it's free admission. So you can come on in, walk the grounds. The only thing is that it's $5 for parking if you prefer to park on the grounds instead of walking in.
Yeah, so, and it's great. $10 for the show. If you get your car in the show, it's $10.
Yes, and we're
Nice.
going to have a top 50 awards this year.
Trophies?
So yes.
Oh, nice.
We'll be handing out to all sorts of different awards. There's going to be a rusty but trusty award for that car that's not the best of shape,
But made
but
it.
we're going to make sure that they're recognized also.
Now, I know every year they always kind of pick a certain type or a certain model or something. This year, it's Chevy square body trucks that you're highlighting.
Yes, we're highlighting Chevy square body trucks, which is 1973 to 87 Chevy trucks. They're known for their rectangular or squared front ends, and it's a very popular truck at this time. I mean,
I see a lot of them still around.
oh, they just go and go. Simple.
Brian's got one.
Oh.
It's a little biased.
Is he partial to that?
Yes, I am.
What year is yours?
A 1986.
Nice, and still going strong. How many miles?
It's 99,000 plus.
Plus.
Yeah.
Does the odometer even work?
Yes,
okay,
it works.
so that's legitimate then.
Yes, it is. It's rolled over. We just not sure of how many times.
So you expect 500 cars in the show or more?
Yes, we're expecting close to 500 cars this year already.
Wow.
And it's always been a popular show in our area.
Yeah.
We have cars coming as far away as Canton, Ohio this year.
Nice.
So it's going to bring a lot of people into our area that might not normally have come to the Lancaster area. So it's going to be good for businesses also.
And you do a lot of other things there too. I mean, I know you always have a, what do they call it, a swap meet or...
Do you have a swap meet?
Yes.
Yeah,
What's
and
that
they
about?
have that. Yeah, what goes on there?
Well, basically, it's people that bring in their used parts or new parts, and they'll set up a booth. And usually, we'll have somebody there selling license plates. Old license plates are collectible.
Sure.
Cast iron cars, pedal cars, parts for your 57 Chevy if you need it.
And there's always, and something I always enjoy in there's always good food. I think this year Jamie will be there with Jimmy's Jawbreaker.
Yes.
That's always a popular place. And probably the two most popular places are Jimmy's Jawbreakers and Madison Fish.
Yes.
Madison Bar and Grill. Mike will have his place there. Always a fun time.
Yes, both will be there so you can get your fair food before the fair. That's the way I see it. I mean, everybody loves that stuff.
And I imagine, Fran, this is probably one of the events that you've touted and pumped around the county for quite a while now.
Absolutely.
Now that we knew it was coming back.
Sure. Yeah, we love the idea of car shows. It appeals to a unique audience.
Yeah.
But also, I know from the time I was yay high, my dad was a gearhead, and he would haul the whole family to car shows.
Nice.
It's something that appeals to a lot of people. And like I said before, it's a great way to bring people into the region. And as Bryan mentioned, they're going to already be coming with their cars. Well, we can get people who don't have those cars but love to admire them.
And this is one of those things that I think it's probably fun to promote on your side because it's really a family thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I was looking at some of the crafts. They have the craft vendors that we're talking about. Then they have a Tupperware
Right.
things, not a Tupperware party necessarily, but Tupperware things going on, paparazzi jewelry, a lot of handmade goods. So this is something that now dads can bring their kids and look at cars, and that's great, but there are things for the women to do too if that's not their thing.
Right, exactly. So it has a broad appeal.
Yeah.
We really love events like that. And again, you can get your, fair food and wander around, look
Doesn't
at arts
get
and
any
crafts
better
and
than
cars
that.
cars and trucks. Do you have motorcycles in this show?
Yes, we have motorcycles also. Last year we had 20 motorcycles that showed their bikes off, and we've also had the new thing is rat rods, where they bring their cars in that are a mixture of parts and put-togethers, and they're always cool to look at because they're
anything
almost
goes,
art.
huh? Yeah. Anything goes. Now, something I did not know until I read this is that the Lancaster Old Car Club is the oldest old car club in the state of Ohio.
Yes, it is.
That's amazing.
It's one of the longest running, oldest. I'm so proud to be a part of the car club and knowing that it's been a part of the community for as long as it has.
And when they do the show down there, it is, at least as I can remember, as far back as I can remember it going on, it's an event. When the Old Car Club puts on that show, that you put that on the calendar, you went down there Saturday or Sunday or both days because there's a lot to see down there.
Yes.
You take over almost the whole fairgrounds.
Yes, we take up almost the entire fairgrounds. We also offer camping. If you wanted
Is that
to,
the infield?
Yep, on the infield. So if you want to bring your RV in and hook up, you're more than welcome to do that. It's $25 a night. There's 24-hour security provided by the Fairfield County Sheriff's Department. So it's a safe event, and it's very family friendly.
Oh, I'd agree with that. Now, I was looking at Saturday, you talk about things get underway, start at 8 and move on to 4:30. Then on Sunday, it begins with a church service. Is that at the Old Country Church there on the fairgrounds?
It's right there in the middle of the fairgrounds in the bleacher area. And yes, it's something that's very unique to a car show. You usually don't think about having a church service at the car show. But at 10 a.m. there's a worship service, and all denominations are welcome to participate at this church service.
And that enables, I guess, and I'm sure it's a good thing, but people who maybe, well, I can't come because I need to, they feel that commitment to go to church, but they can actually serve that commitment there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, about an hour, 45 minutes?
Yep, it's 1 hour, so it usually is finished up around 11 a.m.
So among the things you promote, this has got to be one of the big ones, I think. Now that it's back, I'm sure things have changed for you, and I think we've talked since all this happened, but everything is pretty much full go this summer.
Yeah, it is, and we're pleased about that, of course. We have so much going on.
Yeah.
This is sort of like a kickstart for all the great events that happen this summer.
Everything kind of Memorial Day, and then you get this going, and now you're off and running. And
absolutely.
Take a breath now, because you won't get to have one all summer. And I've seen the brochures. You guys got more brochures out there. You're killing it with beautiful brochures and things that are happening, all kind of tours and trails and things that Visit Fairfield County has got going on. There's a lot to talk about in Fairfield County.
There's a lot to talk about, yeah. You should stop in the Visitor Center sometime, and I'll show you.
That's what I've heard. That's what your boss has told me. I need to get over there and look, because they used to just say, well, we've got this. Now you have a lot of printed material that helps people.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of things. I don't know that locals understand that we're a great resource for them as well.
I think so.
With event listings, but also maps, and we do welcome bags for people, like for if the car club wanted us to welcome all of their presenters, then we do all that for any place that comes to town.
Is your website visitfairfieldcounty.org?
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Very good.
Visitfairfieldcounty.org, and you're over here on, is it Wheeling?
Wheeling,
right around the
Wheeling.
corner. Used to be the old Polis building, as I remember. When I was a kid, it was a Polis building. You're right there. Sparkle and Rust, are you in where they used to be?
Yes.
Yeah, and they moved around
the corner.
Columbus Street. Okay. It's a great location. You
I
guys
know,
do good work. Good work. Visit Fairfield County. It's a good work. And how many members do you have in your club now, Bryan?
We have about 80 members, and some of our members are lifetime members that have been there since when the car club started.
Really?
So we do have a lot of members that have been there for 25 plus years, sometimes 50 years. So it's a good wide range of people that are involved in the club now.
And again, I wasn't there last year or last couple years. You didn't have it 2 years ago. But do you still separate it in terms of like all the Mustangs are in this area, all the Corvettes are in this area, all the Edsels are in this area? Do you still kind of segregate the cars?
Well, we moved away from that, because what we found out is that when you might have a person drive in a DeSoto or an Edsel, but their friend that they came with is a Mustang, and they want to park next to their friend that has the Mustang.
A mile away.
Exactly.
Sure.
So we've just kind of let them, park together.
Pick and choose.
Well, that gives variety too. So you never know what the next car is going to walk by.
If you want to see a Mustang, you might see them all over. You would need to tour the entire ground. So that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's an exciting time. If anybody wants to join your club, I'm sure you're open to taking new members, and we'll get to that. But I was going to say, in the last couple of years, has the membership remained pretty stable? Have you grown any with all this that's been going on?
We've seen a slight decline in our membership. And a lot of our car club members are older adults, and they're getting up there in age. And we've seen that decline a little bit, and we would really like to get some of these this younger generation involved in the car club. The only requirement is that the vehicle has to be a historical vehicle, so 25 years or older. So if you think about it, if you got a 1994 Honda, it would now be an historical vehicle.
Gosh.
There'd be a lot of those around.
Yes.
There'd be a lot of Hondas on the fairgrounds. So if they want to join, how would I know that any member would be able to help them with that, but there's a common, I've been on your website. I just look up Lancaster Old Car Club and it pops up.
Yep, LancasterOldCarClub.org. And if you want to register there, contact information is there. Yeah. We'll receive your application, and then we'll review it and send you a welcome letter if you're accepted in the car club.
You have a great website. It's very easy to operate, very nice links on there, nice things. You guys, of course, have the definitive Fairfield County website where it's got stuff about them, but about 1,000 other things going on in the county. I want to thank Bryan Courtright from the Lancaster Old Car Club. That's June 4th and 5th coming up here shortly, 8 to 4:30 down at the Lancaster Fairgrounds. Fran Tharp with us from Visit Fairfield County. Always fun having them on with us, so we appreciate it. We hope you get a day like this when you have it down there. That's all you would wish for.
Oh, yes. Rain is our worst enemy.
We hope for great crowds when you have it like this. Bryan, Fran, thank you much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.